The Easter Bunny is coming. PS5 Visual Enhancements. Deinonychus patches. And when are we going to see more details on Genesis Part 2? You're right kids, it's Ross Clark and welcome to your regular ARK community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around and let's get into it. So the excellent adventure begins again soon, where the event details will be shared in the next community crunch. But we can simply look at last year's event to know roughly what's going to come. Now hopefully, with the Genesis Part 2 delay, I'm hoping that the devs will expand on this event this time round and add some new features, but what we can expect is that the bunny oviraptors and bunny dodos will be returning. These are the unique creatures as part of the event that you chase around and grab the things that they drop, with the oviraptors dropping Easter candy, which you can use to apply a temporary speed buff and a unique colour to your creatures. The bunny dodos will be dropping little cheeky Easter eggs, which you can opt to either paint them or put them in a cooking pot to make a variety of skins. Last year we had the bunny ear skin, the Procoptodon bunny costume, the marshmallow dodo hat, the chocolate bunny club, the eggshell hat and the chick hat. But again, I'm hoping that the team will be adding some new features and not just skins. I'm really hoping that they're going to add, I'm not sure, maybe just good multipliers. It's another weekend with no Evo events, which raises a question because some time ago we used to see Evo events all the time, almost every weekend. And the question was put to Sed, the lead community manager, on why we don't get it as often as we used to. Sed's reply is that times have changed. And he can't answer why, definitely not in a tweet. But my assumption is we've come a long way since any server wipe. The official servers have been running in their state for a long time now, with every single event allowing those advanced tribes to breed and build even more than they have. Now it's no knock to them, I commend anyone that's spent the years to still be in the ARK official game. But inevitably it doesn't matter whether cryos are helping or not. With more stuff being built and bred in the game, it's going to add more stress to the servers. And the devs have sadly got to pick and choose when an event happens, and it sadly has to be a bit more sporadic. I'm sure the devs would have loved to have seen a wipe by now, but we've come so far now in this official iteration, it's just not going to change. I certainly don't think we're going to see any wipe at all. That's it. Of course, ARK 2 is now being developed, and it'll be good to see how they're going to approach server stress with the sequel. It must be one of the most frustrating gripes having a game that allows you to build, but inevitably is going to push to a point where you can't build anymore. So what do the devs do? All they can do is be sporadic on those Evo events. On top of that, all of the wilds will have cool new colours, so if you want to get some bright pinks and yellows and blues that you haven't got mutated into your current creatures, this event is for you. We had a few things patched, another mesh exploit has been resolved, God knows what that is, but it's good to see the devs have jumped on that. Deinonychus riders can no longer use weapons when they're latched. I didn't even know that was a thing, and I could imagine it being great for opportunities where you could perhaps latch onto a wild, tanky creature like a Bronto, get that to be lured into a base, and then go to town with a tech rifle, with the turrets unlikely shooting the wild, as rarely anyone sets their turrets to wild, at least on PvP. The Karkinos can't pick up the Deinonychus. I imagine that might be due to the glide that the fluffy raptor can do. And there was a server-side stall exploit that has been resolved. But the biggest thing that dropped last night was the PS5 Visual Enhancement optimization. If you didn't know, I covered this last week, link in the description. The visual enhancement for the PS5, which isn't the enhancement upgrade, don't forget about that, basically encountered a lot of crashing issues, so the devs pulled it back temporarily, then reinstated it last weekend, and sadly there were a lot of crashing issues still happening. Hopefully this optimization is to resolve those crashing issues. So far, fingers crossed, I've not encountered any myself since this patch, so fingers crossed that was the resolution, and fingers crossed we're going to see no more crashes and the team can finally start working on this enhancement upgrade. It's far overdue now, and I really hope that the devs are going to start rolling out something and allowing PlayStation players to feel a little bit of love. Genesis Part 2, where are the deets? So obviously it's been delayed, it's been pushed back to May the 26th, and in light of that, Sed did say that he would try and drip feed us what he could leading up to it. We've heard absolutely zilch so far, and it was raised, are we going to see anything? In fact, we saw a lot more of Genesis Part 1 leading up to it than we've seen of Genesis Part 2 in the same time frame. And the reply was, if said could share more deets he would, but it's an untypical form of standard launch, and that apparently they revealed a lot of Gen accidentally. And the reason why any more Genesis 2 information isn't being shared is due to the marketing team. It's ultimately their responsibility to identify when's the right time to drip feed some information to the community to keep them hyped and ready for the new map. And ultimately, it's affected by interaction with the game in its current state. If we've not seen anything yet, my guess would be it's because interaction with ARK is stable enough. Marketing works on footfall, the amount of people that are coming through your doors, and what information you need to share to keep that footfall or bring more through the doors. If they aren't sharing anything yet, that means that footfall is good enough and that the pressure isn't on them to make sure more people are coming through. That would be my guess, especially with another game that's doing the rounds, Rust. If you're not familiar with Rust, it's a game that's been on PC for as long as ARK has, and is due to make its way to console soon. Now, with this delay for Genesis Part 2, the marketing team need to identify the right time to keep people engaged with ARK, and I imagine are trying to guess when Rust is going to drop to time their marketing material to keep people engaged and not to lose that footfall to Rust. It's all business's end of the day, and ensuring those customers stay loyal enough. So watch this space when a date for Rust for console drops. That's when you're going to see some Genesis 2 material, mark my words. I'll eat my hat if I'm wrong, which I guess is better than punching a tree. But yeah, stay tuned, that's my guess. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you think we need to see more stuff in the Easter event? And what is it you want? Drop a comment below, let me know. My name's Ross Clark, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and as always, peace out.